Well,
It comes down to real hard-nosed decisions. Like a country.
Stop talking like you're a general.
A country got attacked. Israel got attacked.
I'm not saying that they didn't have a right to go back. I'm just sitting there going like, how do I look at what?
We're the only country in the world that they get attacked, and then as soon as they counterattack, it's like, well, we got to stop this shit now. Don't attack them. There's a very simple solution to all this problem in the Middle East. Stop attacking Israel.
Bill Maher is on this weird streak where he keeps bringing on podcast guests on his very own Club Random podcast, on Bill Maher's own podcast, to absolutely destroy him on different talking points. This one is even more shocking because it's Bill Burr destroying him on talking points and making Bill Maher realize his hypocrisy on certain things. And Bill Burr is definitely, he's not some super duper intelligent guy. He's not some, political analyst or anything like this, some geopolitical analyst. He's nothing like that. But even he can realize that Bill Maher's stances on certain things are absolutely ridiculous. They just are. Like, Bill Maher thinks that he's the brave one in the whole situation. In reality, he's not. His stances aren't brave. He's hiding behind the woke cult. Again, he knows that as long as he holds the position of the woke cult, they will back him up. But the second that he deviates from that, that's when they will all attack. And Bill Maher has been deviating from that in certain areas. But in order to keep his woke cult card, his ID badge, whatever, he's still taking the stance that's the easy one of the woke cult. And Bill Burr is on Bill Maher's podcast just calling him out about it and trashing him. This tweet here from Biggest Dickus says Bill Burr takes a dump on Bill Maher during his Club Random podcast. And it's a full 7 minutes of Bill Burr just taking a dump on Bill Maher, but I wanted to keep it focused on the actual parts of Bill Burr going after Bill Maher for being part of the woke cult and stuff like that. So let's check out this clip here of Bill Burr just destroying Bill Maher on his own podcast.
Yeah, sure. And he lived in her parents' apartment in the garret for like 3 years in the middle of London. I'm not making this up.
What's the garret?
The garret is like an attic, like, the top of the apartment.
Well, we're in California. You can just say attic. And then after that, did they move? Did they move to the garage?
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Have put some basil on their fry up.
Knowing things and words, asshole.
That's an asshole thing to do. To use the English word for fucking attic in California.
Okay, but
I'm one more reference away from taking this mic off and just walking out.
You don't realize that college campuses erupted with the kids demonstrating for Hamas? They are in with the terrorists.
They were.
See, obviously, in the previous clip, Bill Burr was just joking around with Bill Maher. Like, they're just, poking fun at each other and stuff like that. But here's where things get serious, and Bill Burr starts to call out the nonsense that Bill Maher and the woke cult is spewing out there. Because you guys know, if you watch my content, you know my stance on the whole thing. I just think America shouldn't be involved in it. That's my main issue with the entire thing. I don't think we should be as involved as we are. It's wild to me that people are protesting in favor of Israel or in favor of Palestine or in anything that's going on in the Middle East whenever there's massive issues within the U.S. that nobody has shown this much passion for within the United States. It's just wild to me that we care so much about what's going on across the planet, but we don't care about what's going on within our own country. That's what rubs me the wrong way.
For the Palestinians.
Well, it's sort of the same cause. Why, are you?
I'm on the side of the kids.
Yeah, that's easy to say. No one wants to see kids dead. This is a war.
That was very brave of you to say that.
This is a war. No, I'm the one who's actually brave on this.
Pat yourself on the back.
It's easy to say I'm for the kids.
Of course, it's easy to say I'm for the kids, but nobody's really saying that, are they? Like, nobody's actually trying to push that agenda. It's everybody's taking one side or the other, and both sides are being very radical in their how they want their side to respond to the other. Like Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire, they want all out, like they want Gaza to be flattened. Like they want them gone off the map, taken off the map completely. Same thing goes for the other side. They want them taken off the map as well if they have the firepower to do it. It seems like for me, I'm just saying maybe the U.S. should stop, provoking this war, stop stoking the flame, stop stoking the fire of this war and trying to make it worse, because we know, and I can't say too much obviously, but we know war is good for business. Let's just put it that way. Like war is good. Health issues are good for business. So they obviously want to keep that going. And I don't think it's a mistake that as soon as Joe Biden gets in office, like there's war breaking out across the globe. I don't think that's a mistake. So that's where I'm standing. It's not like, oh, just the easy way out is saying I stand for the kids and I want peace. It's like, yeah, obviously that is the easy way out, but there are ways that we could move closer towards that. And taking a strong side in a war that you probably don't even understand and going protesting on a college campus, or if you're the Daily Wire, talk about it online. When you live across the globe from them, it's like, that's not how you move closer towards peace. That's how you further the war. That's how you make this more violent and have more children die, is by taking a side that strongly when you don't even have anything to do with those countries. You don't even have anything to do with that stuff. So that's what I don't understand.
Who's not for the kids?
Well,
it comes down to real hard-nosed decisions. Like a country.
Stop talking like you're a general.
A country got attacked. Israel got attacked.
I'm not saying that they didn't have a right to go back. I'm just sitting there going like, how do I look at
We're the only country in the world that they get attacked, and then as soon as they counterattack, it's like, well, we got to stop this shit now. Don't attack them. There's a very simple solution to all this problem in the Middle East. Stop attacking Israel.
Hey, you
Stop
just solved
attacking
it.
Israel.
You just solved it.
Yeah, I mean, that would be nice. I don't want Israel to be attacked either. I think, obviously, that would be really nice, right? But it's not as simple as that. This is like a religious, territorial type thing. And in regards to what Bill Maher said about when they're attacked and then they retaliate, that certain Ben Shapiro's favorite country, whenever they're attacked and they retaliate, it's the only country in the world that gets criticized for that. It's like, I don't think that's the only country in the world is getting criticized for that. But a lot of other countries, when they get attacked, their retaliations are a lot more measured. Like they will go after the head of something like Hamas, right? Like America with bin Laden. Now, however you feel about that, that's for another time. But let's just use that as a hypothetical example. Let's say that bin Laden is actually dead, and that did all happen, and he did just get dumped into the ocean or whatever, and never to be seen again. Let's pretend like that did happen, and it's not like they went and just flattened everything around bin Laden and hoping and praying that bin Laden was taken out. They went in, they sent Navy SEALs in to particularly get bin Laden. Now, there were lives, obviously, that people who were in the way in protecting bin Laden and stuff like that had to die. There was some bad things that happened with, torturing people to get information out of them and stuff like that, of course. But the scale in which the stuff is happening in the Middle East, it just seems like at random, they're just using that attack as an excuse to just flatten Gaza, like flatten, send a message, really, is what it seems like they're doing. So yes, it's cool. It's not cool. Okay. It's not a great thing, but it's okay. It's understandable to retaliate, but in a much more measured way than what's happening here.
Actually,
there you go. That's fantastic.
Anyway.
All right.
We don't need to get onto that.
Let's go to Russia and the Ukraine. How do you solve that one, Bill? Let me hear your hard-nosed decision about that.
I bet you fly private more than you're letting on.
Listen, listen. If I have to go somewhere and I don't have enough time to get there.
Oh, suddenly we've got an exception.
No, I said mainly I fly commercial.
Well, you're an idiot. You shouldn't. You know what?
What was this? If I don't agree with you, I'm an idiot.
You're right. I apologize.
Fucking John Varvatos shirt. You're not young. Put on a sweater, for fuck's sakes.
Put on a sweater. Why? But like artistic people, they don't perceive truth exactly literally. Now, sometimes that's better and sometimes it's worse, because sometimes the truth is just the truth. And they don't see it that way. They see it sort of artistically. They see it through a
Can I ask you a question?
And I don't think they're stupider. I just think they see life through a different prism.
Can I ask you a question?
We got to go.
Last time,
Good night.
from the bottom of your heart, you said to another human being, you know what, I'm wrong. And they had a live orchestra playing the score as you watched the movie.
Oh.
So cool.
Where was this?
Whatever that big symphony hall is that I never go to.
Oh, downtown, the Disney Center?
Yeah, the one that looks all weird.
Yeah, the one from
artsy.
Frank Gehry.
Frank Gehry?
Yes, he's an architect.
He's an architect. I knew he's an architect. Oh, that's a big thing in your world, knowing architects' names.
I wasn't trying to brag.
That's an L. Ron Hubbard.
No, it's just, I'm always...
No, Frank Lloyd Wright. I always say L. Ron Hubbard. Frank Lloyd, that's a Frank Lloyd Wright.
You knew that one.
I like
That's basically it as far as the woke culture stuff goes of Bill Burr just destroying Bill Maher. And obviously he's doing it in like a tongue-in-cheek, like a lighthearted kind of way. But he was making some really good points in exposing Bill Maher's hypocrisy and his stance on the whole thing. It's not a brave stance to take a side in a war so passionately that you have nothing to do with. You know, my passionate stance on that war is that America should stop focusing so much on it. And I don't just mean the funding. You know, obviously I wish that would stop as well. I wish we'd stop sending stuff to Ukraine, to all the countries, you know, that don't have nothing to do with us. You know, stop sending stuff to the Middle East, but also with the support within the US, dude. You look at Twitter, you look at social media, a lot of it is taken over by people who are taking such strong sides on this war that is just, it's not us. Like, who cares? Like, it sounds so harsh, but there's much more important things for you to worry about on a daily basis. And so many people are consumed with being pro-Palestine or pro-Israel. It's like, dude, you know that you have to go to work every day and you go feed your children and stuff like that. Like, you know, there's other things going on, right? And so many people are just so consumed with this war. And so it's like a sporting event to them. It's like a football game. It's like they have their football team. They're pro-Palestine now. And I also think a lot of these protesters on college campuses and stuff like that, they will protest anything, any chance they can get to support something that's anti-America. Like, anytime, any chance they can get to go tear down American flags and put up a pride flag or a Ukraine flag or Palestine flag or any flag they can that's not a United States, you know, that's not an American flag, then they'll do it. So I think a lot of those people who are pro-Palestine are actually just anti-America, and they're just using yet another movement to, you know, go ahead and just show how much they hate America. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you're thinking about Bill Burr going on Bill Maher's podcast and just destroying him. I don't know what's up with Bill Maher bringing people on that just love to destroy him on his own podcast, but it seems to be kind of a running joke nowadays that people just go on Bill Maher's podcast and just destroy him. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you're thinking about this whole Bill Maher and Bill Burr situation.